In 2009, Aaron Nakamura was in Ecuador, feeling cold, sick, and ready to go home. It was his very first mission trip, and he vowed it would be his last. But today, at 23 years of age, Aaron is one of Maranatha's most active young volunteers, having led or served on a dozen projects. He's also a youth leader, serving in Southern California. Aaron says his call to ministry was a journey that started way back on that first miserable mission trip, the trip that changed his life.
5 years ago, I signed up to go on the Ultimate Workout Project for the very first time. I had just finished high school, I was college bound, and I had absolutely no clue as to what I was going to be doing when I grew up. And so I prayed, I said, God, I don't know what to expect on this mission trip. I don't know what it will be like, but give me guidance, give me direction, and lead the way. The project came, my first ever mission project, first time out of the country by myself, and flight delay after flight delay, I arrived in Quito, Ecuador, days late. As if the frustration wasn't enough from missing the great grand welcome on day one, after I finally arrived at 2 o'clock in the morning, I had to endure a long 8-hour bus ride to the project location. And just half an hour in, I had gotten extremely sick and nauseous, and I said, this has got to be the worst experience ever. But I eventually arrived. I got well, and things started to look up when I was assigned a few leadership roles here and there. But by the end of the project, by the last night, I said, all of these things, all of these efforts that I had put into worship, into community outreach, all of these things I can do back home. Okay, maybe I can't build a one-day church, but I can go door to door and invite people to my own church. I can help coordinate worship and community programs. I don't need to go through the frustrations of travel and of sicknesses abroad to do the things I can do perfectly safe and healthy back in my home. So I said, I'm done. I'm never going on another mission project ever again. And although I said that, for almost 6 years, I have been working with young people on the Ultimate Workout and Collegiate projects. And if you ask me, I still don't know what I'm going to be doing when I grow up. But I still trust in God to direct and to lead. I can't tell you what I'll be doing 5 years from now. I don't even know what I'll be doing 1 year from now, because every year God has asked me and called me to places I couldn't imagine being at. God has given me assignments that honestly, I sometimes can't believe to be possible today. But every year, God provides, and He teaches me. My first 2 years were all about patience. Years 3 and 4 were all about faith and flexibility. And in these last 2 years, God has really been working to teach me true acceptance. You see, our young people today are told that church is a place of acceptance. Church is a place where they can come to be accepted regardless of their rusty past or rusty origin. And so they come to our churches, they come looking for acceptance, they come looking for guidance, they come looking for a God, our God, who can provide all of these things, only to be turned away. You see, we have young people entering the lobbies of our churches for the very first time, dressed with the best that they have, only to be turned around and told that the best they have isn't good enough for God. We come across young men and women who are struggling with drugs, with alcohol, with unchristian-like lifestyles, and we reject them because of these so-called bad reputations that they've built up. Well, you know, they don't belong here. They won't fit in. We have young people coming to the realizations that these materialistic struggles, these addictions, things that they have been filling themselves up with for years, only to realize that only comes back to more emptiness. And in a last-ditch effort to break free from all these addictions, in a last-ditch effort to find a God who will accept them for who they are, in a last-ditch effort they go an ultimate workout. And they meet Jesus. But we also have young people who have grown up in the church. We have young people who have learned about Jesus their whole entire lives. They can quote chapter after chapter from the Bible. They can tell you every history and symbol behind every book and story. They know so much about Jesus in theory, but they don't know Jesus, the Savior. And of course, we have young people who have met Jesus, but like some of us throughout our lives have fallen away. And God calls volunteers like me, like you, to help guide them back. You see, these are the individuals you will find on Ultimate Workout. These are the individuals, our young people, looking to be accepted for who they are and not what they look like or not what their past reputation states. Because after all, let's face it, you didn't actually think that I would come to church today in a three-piece suit, did you? No. I came to church today. I came before Jesus today just as I am. And our young people need to understand that they can too. You see, Maranatha is all about building people, and it is especially true on these projects. But the biggest thing I've learned in working alongside these young people is that we need to start building up our young people in our own churches. This project is building up our young people. It has built me. But the instant that individual comes through the door with ripped jeans, an extreme haircut, piercings, and tattoos all over their body, although we teach to accept, we are the first ones to judge and to criticize. Please help me. Please help guide our young people to truly believe, just as the song says. Anywhere with Jesus, I can safely go. Anywhere with Jesus, I am not alone. Anywhere with Jesus will be home sweet home.